The data have now definitively answered the open question about natural immunity, and the public health officials had the wrong hypothesis. They were not even close. The natural immunity was 3 times more protective against hospitalization. Now, when you get something this wrong, you apologize. You've either lost your scientific objectivity or you apologize. Tens of thousands of careers were ruined. We have now a hospital staffing crisis throughout the United States in many rural hospitals. Ironically, many staff were fired because they had circulating antibodies, but they were just antibodies the government did not recognize. Ironically, when we had nurses fired with natural immunity, we fired those least likely to spread the infection. And now we've got hospitals calling in COVID-positive staff after they fired a batch of nurses, saying, hey, it's that bad, we're in battlefield conditions, please come in and work. And look, public health officials just need to acknowledge they got this very wrong. Starbucks is now hiring back workers. Delta Airlines, GE, Boeing, Amtrak, they're recognizing now that the data on natural immunity is compelling. It was actually there all along.
Well, that's what I wanted to follow up with you on, which is why did we have to wait so long here? It's such a different outcome from what you saw in Europe, as I was just pointing out. You and others were calling for this, at least a year ago, all through last year. Why do you think it took the CDC so long? Was it just incompetence, bureaucratic bungling, or was it that it was ideologically they were opposed to this conclusion, so didn't want to hear it?
Now, Dr. Fauci or someone at that level handed down an edict that we have to vaccinate every American in order to get out of the pandemic. That was the message, and nobody was supposed to veer from that message. And so you had a very dishonest conversation and really, in my opinion, a blocking of all research on natural immunity. I talked to one investigator who submitted a study to the NIH. It got a top score. It was scored by an independent review committee, but oddly was never funded. And yet we see that researchers who changed their tune on the Wuhan Lab Leak received millions soon after they changed their tune. So the NIH controls the currency of academic medicine.